So that's...
Alright, we are going to start and prepare our prime rib. And what we're going to do here is we're going to slice some onions that we're going to put on the bottom of the pan, and we're going to put the prime rib on top of these onions when we cook it. And these onions here are going to provide a base. So we're going to take the onions here that we've just sliced up, and we're going to set them here in our pan. And this is where we are going to put our prime rib. Our onions, and just cover the bottom of the pan. You can see how the top of the onions are still showing. And this is Swanson's beef broth. It is herb seasoned, and the bones have been cut off but tied back on. And it's a 4.5 pound prime rib, and the bones have been cut off. You can see how the bones here are cut off. So when this finishes, you're going to have your prime rib that's here, and you're just going to slice it. So this is ready to rock and roll. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and after the hour and a half, we're going to check the temperature on the prime rib and see where we are. We are going to have Beringer Knights Valley Cabernet, the 2009 vintage. This is what we're going to pair with our prime rib. Alright, as a side for our prime rib that's in the oven roasting right now, we're going to do carrots. And these are carrots that we got at the store here, with the tops on the top here, the greens. And what we're going to do with these carrots is we're going to put them in a pan, and we're going to saute them on the pan in butter and brown sugar. Washed. And we're going to take our carrots and we're going to cut the top off here. Okay, so now we've cut the green tops off of the carrots. We're going to slice the other end and get the tips off of these carrots. Ready to go. We're going to chop them in half because these are a little bit big. We're going to chop them in half. Alright, so now our carrots are ready. Now we're going to prepare our pan with the butter and brown sugar. Alright, so we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter into the pan. Our pan is heated to medium, and you can see the butter melting there. We're going to take a tablespoon of the brown sugar, and we're going to add it to our butter. Now we can add our carrots to our butter and brown sugar mixture. Our spatula here, and we're going to spread our butter around and coat the carrots with the brown sugar. Carrots cook, and these carrots are going to get nice and soft, and the brown sugar is going to caramelize with the butter. It'll be nice and crisp with a sweet coating because we have brown sugar and the butter in with these. We're drinking the Beringer Knights Valley Cabernet 2009. We've got our carrots over here that are sizzling. Our dinner is shaping up. Away here on our green beans, cutting either end off because there's small stems that are on either end of the green beans. These are fresh green beans that we get in the produce department at the grocery store here. What we're going to be doing with these green beans is we're going to be roasting them in the oven with olive oil, salt and pepper, and a little bit of garlic. and our Beringer Knights Valley Cabernet. Take our green beans and I'm going to wash them off. What we do here with our green beans is we're going to put them in a pan and we're going to roast them with garlic, olive oil, salt, and pepper. And put our olive oil, we're going to drizzle our olive oil over the top of the green beans. Cheating here using minced garlic out of a jar. Just take my hands and mix it up. You mix pepper, we have sea salt, garlic, and we have extra virgin olive oil that are on these green beans, and we're going to roast them in the oven. We have the oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to cook these for roughly 25 minutes, and then we're going to put the oven on broil so we can brown the top of these. These are candied carrots. Alright, here are the carrots that we're sauteing in butter and brown sugar on the stove. These are going to complement our prime rib and our green beans that we have in the oven. We're about ready to turn the broiler on. You can see that they are looking really good, really roasted here. But we're going to turn the broiler on, so we'll put a little bit of, to brown them on the top here. So we're going to put them back into the oven here and broil these. So here are our carrots inside of our pan. They're cooked perfect. Nice and golden brown on the outside. Candied carrots. They should be ready to go. You can hear our green beans in the oven here sizzling, and they look like they're ready to go. They've been on broil for roughly 2.5 minutes, and it's about time for them to come out. So we're going to take them out of the oven. We have our carrots that were sauteed in a butter and brown sugar on the stovetop, and then we also have our green beans. Our green beans were roasted in the oven with garlic, extra virgin olive oil, Mediterranean sea salt, and pepper. And if you can see in the pan here, it looks like the broth is starting to dry up. So we're going to want to add some water to that. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of water. So our temperature is roughly 130. Alright, so it's about time to get this prime rib out. And we're going to put some foil over this prime rib. We're going to take and put some foil over the prime rib. The temperature is going to raise approximately 10 degrees with doing this. Not at the right temperature, you can put it back in the oven to cook it a little bit longer. You would definitely want it to be a little bit undercooked than overcooked. And this prime rib, it's a 2-bone prime rib. It was 4.5 pounds. It's been cooking for roughly 2 hours. Prime rib rest here underneath the foil for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then we're going to start carving our prime rib. While it's resting, we're going to enjoy some Beringer Knights Valley Cabernet. Blue cheese topping for our prime rib. And what we're going to do is use some half and half, or we could use some heavy whipping cream. Roughly 1/2 cup of the heavy whipping cream. Minced garlic. We're going to put a teaspoon of minced garlic. We're going to add this to our sauce here. Blue cheese topping sauce for our prime rib. This is the Culinary Circle crumbled blue cheese, and this is a 4-ounce package of blue cheese. A garlic blue cheese sauce that is going to top our prime rib. We have minced garlic, half and half or heavy whipping cream, and then we're going to add blue cheese. This here is the blue cheese, half and half, and garlic that we're going to top our prime rib with. We're going to start to carve our prime rib here. So what you're going to want to do is take your knife and we're going to grab the prime rib and we're going to put it onto a cutting board, and it's going to be very hot. Take and cut the strings that have been put on the prime rib. And you can see these strings. They're coming out here, and you cut it. Alright, here we have our prime rib with a blue cheese garlic sauce with our carrots caramelized in brown sugar and butter, with our green beans with a garlic, olive oil, pepper seasoning. We're pairing this tonight with our Behringer Nights Valley Cabernet 2009.